At one point I was broke, the nigga had to disable it. And now I'm the shit, however you wanna label it. I got sauce and you flavorless.
What's up, guys? Eufio here with my very first reaction video ever. It's taken me forever. You know, for all my friends who may be watching this, y'all know it took me forever to finally get behind the camera and do this reaction video. Months, maybe even over a year to finally get behind it. You know, different excuses like, I need this correct, and then, but I realized like, it's not going to be perfect, and I might as well just hit the road running and see where it takes me. Now, anyway, for my very first video, though, I decided I was going to do Lion King, the 2019 remake of the original 1994 remake. Now, I'm a huge Disney fan. I don't know about you guys, but I went into this with huge expectations. Obviously, it's live action, so I know they can't hit everything, but you know, for like lines and, you know, singing and all that stuff, I wanted them to do a pretty good job with that. But let's jump right into it. As far as characters go, I know Scar got a lot of hate in the new one because of his look, but honestly, for the live action version with real lions, I mean, what more could you really do with real lions? You can't make him that dark with the all black mane. So I mean, for Scar, I feel like his character was pretty good. Mufasa was, of course, really good. And I think overall for all the characters, Beyonce and Timon and Pumbaa, everybody did a pretty good job as far as character-wise. For me personally, Timon and Pumbaa stole the show for this one. They really brought that comedic insight that we all missed from the original one. I really love Timon and Pumbaa in this one. I don't want to get too much on the Beyonce topic yet because I know that's what people are, you know, mostly people are talking about, you know, the promotions and everything with Beyonce. But anyway, as far as characters-wise, they did pretty good. Lines-wise and singing-wise, I liked it. I like that as well. Lines were pretty good. A lot of them were from the original Lion King. The songs were good, but there were some times when I just felt like I missed the old cast and, you know, just hitting some of those notes and remembering what it really sounded like. So the songs were pretty good. I mean, they could have been better, but they were okay. And I forgot, I need to backtrack with the characters. One thing that I did not like at all from this Lion King was not Zazu, but Rafiki. Now, Rafiki, I know that he's not necessarily a main character, but I just felt like in the original one, he just brought a lot more. You know, without even saying much, he just brought a lot more to the movie. But in this one, I just felt like he was kind of just like, well, Mufasa has a son now, so let's mark him, you know, present him to the pride, and let's keep it moving. I don't know why, like, with him, I just felt like they could have done more. They could have, you know, taken more from the original. But for this one, he didn't even have his stick. He didn't even have his stick. I was like, he finally unveiled it, like, after what, like, maybe, like, over 45 minutes into the movie. Like, it took him forever, and I'm like, as soon as I see him, I'm like, he doesn't have the stick, you know, and I'm like, what's going on? And then, you know, when they're even, when Simba's fur comes off, and, you know, he finally realizes that Simba is back, it goes through all of that stuff, you know, with the poop and carrying it with the ants to finally get to him, to Rafiki. And he doesn't really do much with it. It's like, he's back. The guy who's supposed to save us all, and he's just like, oh yeah, my stick is here too. So, I mean, for me, Rafiki had much more presence in the last one, and he brought more to the table. I mean, he was somebody that you actually looked up to and respected. But in this one, I felt like he was kind of just there, and it was like, okay, well, I'm cool with the family, so I'm going to just watch out for him from my tree. But Other than that, though, I felt like most of the other characters were good. Um, Beyonce included, she did okay as far as with the original lines, but I hate to bring it up right now, but I might as well. Beyonce just should not do voice acting. And I'm sorry, but like, actually, no, I'm not sorry, scratch that. She just should not do it. Now, I understand when you have these superstars and famous people who want to, expand and get out of their comfort zone, Beyonce with the singing and everything in the performance. Amazing, very talented. But as far as voice acting, everybody else was pretty good. But when it came to Beyonce, I didn't feel it. You know what I mean? Like she just kind of felt like she was just reading off of a script like, hey, Simba, you got to come back and save us. Not that monotone, of course, but I just felt like she really wasn't bringing much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to actually feel like you're in the, like you are the character. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was like, okay, we're doing the Lion King. Let's get somebody famous. Oh, Beyonce. And no matter how she sounds, we're gonna get all this money off of her anyway because she's Beyonce. And I hate that, but I like Beyonce. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times I just feel like her fans are kind of just like she does no wrong whatsoever, no matter what she's doing. And I feel like because she's been boosted up for so long, people who actually like Beyonce in this movie, that's the reason why. Like, oh, it's Beyonce. Like, that's not a real reason. She did not do good in this movie. I don't care what nobody tells me. Beyonce did not do well. And even other than Beyonce, another few characters I didn't like were the hyenas. The hyenas just did not do well at all. Like, the hyenas were pretty trash. And I want to say Ed with the forced jokes. It was okay every now and then, but like it felt like every time the Heinies were on screen, there was a different forced joke, and I'm like, okay, we okay, like the what is it, the Waka Flocka meme, but yeah, like he just forced all of his jokes. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't feel like natural. It wasn't really funny. I don't know about y'all's theater, but my theater was just like when he was making those jokes, it was just like okay. So, but yeah, other than that though, it was pretty good. Now onto the songs, like I said, they were pretty good. I just can't wait to be king was pretty good. At first I was kind of upset because they didn't do. I still am a little bit upset that they didn't do more with the animals. Like I said, I know it's live action, and I defended Scar earlier, but with that song, I felt like they can't do everything. They can't put Simba on top of the giraffe's head and with the hippos and all that. But I wanted to see something more with the live action. With this one, like you remember everybody just all, and this is when I look at the one that just came out, what I think a couple weeks ago, the 2019 one, it just felt like I don't know, like they were kind of just like trotting along and just like playing hide and seek, but like they were doing so much more, and I felt like they could have put more into it, and I think that's really like why I felt like this movie could have been a lot better. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna be better than the original. I knew that coming in, but those areas where I didn't really like with the casting and some of the songs, like this one, they just didn't bring enough energy. They just didn't put enough into it. And for people who disagree with me, you gotta realize I'm gonna say it again. This is the OG like classic Disney movie. So you gotta realize like where I'm coming from. This isn't just some like any type of movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like this is an OG. You know what I'm saying? Like this is obviously Toy Story is not Disney, but this is Toy Story. This is Bugs Life. These are OG movies. You know what I'm saying? Like these are movies that like were really liked back then. But I just feel like they just didn't really bring much with that song, and even with Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It was pretty good. It was pretty good leading up to it. And most of the song was okay. But again, like those interactions, like between Simba and Nyla with Beyonce, and Childish Gambino, I don't know, like they just, I didn't really like that. And then Timon and Pumbaa, like I said, they did amazing. But with this song, I felt like they could have done better. I actually read something where they said that Timon and Pumbaa, they actually had a really hard time singing with Childish Gambino. Because Seth Rogen was obviously Pumbaa, and can't remember the other actor's name. I'm going to have to look it up. But they said it was really hard to work with Childish Gambino, and I kind of saw where they were coming from. Not stoning shit on Childish Gambino, but as far as like their relationship with Childish Gambino, like it kind of didn't feel like it was working when I was watching it. So overall, pretty good movie. I can't lie and just, say too many negative things about it, but it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And that's me even watching it again with a friend. I still gave it a 6 out of 10 from the very first time. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is obviously my very first YouTube video, so I'm not going to go too heavy on the likes and subscribes and all that stuff. I just want y'all to look at this video. Definitely comment and tell me what I can do better, what I can work on. My very first video, but I really want to get into this stuff and really branch out and definitely do more music reactions as far as like new music and albums and all that stuff. So let me know what y'all think about this movie. Again, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but y'all might think different. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is L signing out.
Sauce drip, sauce drip, sauce drip, my sauce drip. I got sauce, bitch, walked in, my sauce drip.